Alright guys, so in today's video, I got a new set of headlights for my 95 SC2. Now, these are kind of neat. They're only available for the SC2. And I got these things from Top Gear Autosport. And they are a Projector LED. Well, or LED halo. So, I've got those. And I've spec'd out this in blue. They offer it in a lot of different colors: white, amber, pretty much all of them. And then it's high beam, low beam in a projector housing. They offer the housings in black or silver, and then whole host of different colors for your LED halos. They also have a different model where there's a LED band that goes all around the outside. I didn't really like the way that looked, but to each their own. So I went with these. So the first thing we gotta do is we do have to make a slight modification to the unit that the lens sits in. And the only issue is we just have to make this back hole a little more round to clear that. It pretty much just won't go through there. So you just pretty much cut off these, and then it goes through and the lens will actually sit into the holder properly. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll work on the wiring. Alright, so now I got that all modified. We can see that it'll see if it will clear the light. There we go. Perfect. Now the light will sit into the holder all the way. That's all you have to do. Now this should just go in the car and be nothing more than a light replacement. And then the wiring is basically plug and play. Okay, now that we got the bracket modified, we'll get into the wiring. So there's probably multiple ways to do this, but here's how I'm going to do it. The LED color I chose is blue, which is not street legal to be driving around with all the time. That's pretty much for, you know, car shows and off-road use. So I am going to wire them to a switch so that I can only use them at certain times instead of having them come on all the time. If you had gotten white LEDs or amber LEDs, those are street legal, and if you got amber ones, you could probably tie them into your turn signal and have the one side flash, because they are independent. And then these lights also come with this flying lead harness, because this pattern is different on the car, so you can't just plug them right in. This kind of goes between them, and then you just plug the wires individually into the spot of the original harness. Alright, so we're out at the car, and I'm going to get those headlights installed. Now, to remove the backing plate for the light bulb, it's easiest if you actually take off the top body panel as well. So now I'm going to figure out how I'm going to run the LEDs to a switch. Okay, so this got out of hand in a hurry. So I was wanting to install that switch for those lights, and then I was like, well, I don't know where to put it, and then taking the console out got hard because of all the other switches I'd installed, and I was like, this is way too difficult, it shouldn't be this difficult. So I decided that I was going to rewire it, run all the switches together, and make a nice little fuse, or a nice little switchboard. So that's what I did, and now I'm just kind of starting to install it, but I figured I'd show what's kind of going on. So this is what I've kind of made. The top button is the LEDs for the headlights, and then under it's the fan and the bottle blanket and the nitrous system, and the bottom button is the purge. And they're all nicely there on one thing, and the wiring behind them is all nice and neat and organized, and I put it in a loom and everything. And then I marked everything over here so it's disconnectable and that just stays like a module. And then you just disconnect it over here and all the wiring stays in the car. So that took a little longer than I wanted it to, but it's nice and neat and now very easy to work with. All right, so there they are. The LEDs work, and we already know the high beams and low beams work. And since these are on a switch, I can run them, you know, clearly with the high beam and low beam off, on low beam or on high beam, because they're independent. Also, when the lights are closed, I can turn them on too, and there should be a nice blue glow under the front of the car. That'll be kind of neat. And that's how the switch panel turned out. So it just kind of goes straight down, over, and then I just have it bolted to the other spare bolt in the hydraulic handbrake. And it just comes up and over. And yep, you can still open the glove box without a problem. So it doesn't interfere with anything, and if you need to, you can just kind of slightly push it off to the side. You will have to retighten the bolt, but you can just push it over to the side. So that turned out really good. And until next time, we'll see you later.